Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, how are you? Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Turn on that notification bell so you become a part of our fam and you never miss any more of our videos. Like, why aren't you already subscribed? Alright, so today we're doing the long-awaited Drugstore Soft Glam. I think I did the high-end version back in January, I want to say, and not gotten around to doing the Drugstore version, so I figured let's do it today. Just a nice little kind of natural, really soft, really like airbrush, like your skin but better kind of look. That's what we're going for today. Also, unlike the high-end version, today I'm going for mostly brown, nude, neutral tones. Not really any pops of color like we did in the high-end version. If you have not seen my high-end soft glam version, I will link that video in the description box and you can watch that one after you're finished with this one. So I'm gonna stop chit-chatting and we're just gonna get started with this look. The palette we're gonna be using today is the Colourpop California Love palette. I am obsessed with this palette. This palette is in my yearly favorites. It's just the best palette. It has all the neutral tones you can want. You got glitter in there, you got some gold colors, you got a couple pops of color, but they're still really neutral and warm. Like, this is my ideal palette. I love playing with color, but for like everyday, majority of the time, if I'm going out or doing something and it's not like a spectacular event or anything, this is the kind of palette I'm gonna go for. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is to take a blending brush and we're gonna go into the shade Laguna right here. It's kind of like a muted peachy brown. We're gonna use that as our transition color. I actually need to prime first. You guys know I really love my Eye Elements primer from Makeup Revolution. It's a really good primer. It makes your colors stand out, makes everything last, but I've noticed that lately it's been drying out my eyes, so I've just kind of been using concealer just because sometimes this can be a bit much for my eyelids. So now that we're all primed, we're gonna go in with the shade Laguna. I love this California Love palette, and I love majority of Colourpop palettes, especially the ones that I actually own. I just feel like Colourpop does phenomenal when it comes to eyeshadows, but I hate that these don't come with mirrors. I just feel like this would have been the perfect like travel palette if it had a mirror in it. Like, it's still really good for traveling and it still has really nice eyeshadows, but it just really would have top notch, 10 out of 10 if it had a mirror. And so we got that muted peachy brown shade in our crease. And we're just really using that as a transition color just because it is such a light color, but it'd be perfect to transition with these other colors in the palette. So now I'm going to go in with Sequoia right here. It's more orange. And we're just going to kind of build this color up. But we're also going to drag it a little bit across my lash line. Just like to this outer third. Not really going on my lid. But just to this outer third. And we're going to bring it into the crease just into that outer third. So just like in this outer V section. And I want this to be a really nice, soft, and kind of blurred out look. So after I pack on the color the way I want it to, I'm going to go back in and just do like circular blending motions to give us that blurred effect. So now we're going to take, after we've blurred everything out, we're going to take that same brush we've been using for Sequoia. We're going to not add any more product, and we're just going to kind of blend this part together. So adding a little bit of that Sequoia, but not overpowering that original Laguna shade that we laid down. We're gonna go in with Gold Rush, which is like a burnt orange burgundy, the hint of brown, and it does have some gold reflex in it. I'm not really worried about the reflex because they don't show up a whole lot, but if you want to, you can just stick for a matte burgundy brown color, but that's just what happens to be in this palette, so that's what we're gonna use today. We're gonna take this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 8 brush to really help us pack on Gold Rush. gonna go back in with Sequoia to bring back what we may have lost from Gold Rush. And if it's not perfectly orange anymore, it's not a huge deal. Actually, I don't mind if the colors blend together. This is giving me like tropical sunset vibes. I'm really into it. But because this is a soft glam look, we are gonna go in and pack on, I think, either one of these browns. I'm gonna start with this one and maybe add some of this one. I just don't want it to be so dark and smoky. I just kind of want it to be like a blurred kind of brown effect. So we're gonna go with Highway 1, and if that's not dark enough, then we'll go in with Mission. We're gonna go back in with Sequoia. Cut our crease using our primer. Alright, now we're going to put Gnarly right on top of where we cut our crease. So we got rid of our fallout. Now we are going to start working on our base. For primer, we're going to use two different things. We're going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Pretty Primer and then my NYX Bear With Me Prime Set and Refresh 8-Hour Spray. I'm going to use the e.l.f. one first and then spray our face with the NYX one. Now that we've got that, we're going to just do a couple little sprays. We're gonna let our face dry a little bit. While our face is drying, I'm gonna talk about the foundations we're using today. As much as I want to use my Wet Mall Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, I'm not going to. That video is actually coming out Friday, so you guys technically haven't seen my foundation Friday for that, but I did test it out and I'm super obsessed with it. But I don't want to use it, and I don't want to use one from Milani because I've talked about that one so much. So another foundation combo that I talked about in my yearly favorites that I enjoy a lot is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation and the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. On their own, these foundations are absolutely gorgeous, but together, the combination of them just makes everything look so much, just makes it look so much better. So these are the two foundations we're using today. And I have the shade 760 in the Covergirl one, which is too dark for me, and I have the Light Illusion in Caramel, which is a little too light for me. So mixing them together not only makes the perfect combination, but gives me the perfect color. One of them is more on the thicker side, one of them is more a little bit liquidy, so mixing them together gives you like this light and airy feeling kind of foundation. Like as I'm putting it on my face, it feels like I'm just putting water all over my face. That's how like light and airy it is, but it really has really nice coverage. Look at how easy that just blended out, and my face looks really nice. The coverage is on point. I look glowy on with another layer, but I'm just gonna stick to this one layer because the look of this is exactly what I was looking for. For concealers, I constantly went back and forth trying to figure out what concealer I wanted to show you guys for this video because I've used my e.l.f. concealer quite a lot. Just a couple of different concealers from my drugstore that I've used quite a lot, and I don't want to continue to use the same products over and over. Today I figured we'd use the one from Flower Beauty, which I actually have in the medium deep one. For me, I'm also going to use the Stay Assurance from JCat Beauty, and mine is in the shade Soft Tan. So we're going to mix these two together. And then we're going to take a little sponge from E.l.f. and blend everything out. Now for powder, we're gonna go with our I Heart Revolution banana powder. I talked about this one before as well. I really like it. It smells like banana Laffy Taffies. Like, oh, this is just so much. If you guys haven't seen my latest video, which was my testing full face of Ulta's lowest priced products, you should definitely go watch it because there were some products in there I had my nose struggling. Like, the smell of some of those products was not okay. Like, no, I don't, every product doesn't have to smell like banana Laffy Taffies, but I don't need stuff smelling like paint and nail polish remover. But if you are looking for an affordable powder, definitely try this one out if you haven't. I don't know why you haven't. It's only $6. It comes in like 4 or 5 different shades. It smells really nice. And that's coming from somebody who's like super sensitive to smells. It smells really nice. There's not any flashback. It's the perfect powder. And you get a lot for $6. So if you're looking for a new powder or just trying to try a more affordable option, I would definitely look into the I Heart Revolution one because it is nice. So while we still have powder on my face, we're going to go under my eyes with the shade. I think I'm just going to use Laguna and Sequoia underneath my eyes. Don't want to do too much. And then we're just going to highlight our inner corner with the shade Cruisin', which is just a nice gold. I don't think this is a glitter. I think it's just like a shimmer kind of shade. So we're going to go in with that. For bronzer, we're going to use my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in the darker skin shade. We already talked about how I feel about this being considered for darker skin and how I feel about Essence shade range of their products. They have really nice products, really good formula, but you just need to work on your shade range, Essence. Like, come on now. Oh, and I just stuck my entire nose in that. But this literally smells like the beach. It smells like coconuts. It smells real tropical. This smells delicious. This is one of those bronzers that like barely shows up on my skin, but it shows up enough to kind of give me like that like super subtle like sun-kissed look. And I really actually do like this for vacation or days where I'm not really trying to wear a lot of makeup, but I want just like a little bit of bronziness to me. It gives you like that perfect like sculpted look. And this is not too orange or too cool tone. It's just like the perfect bronzer for really giving you that like just a little bit of bronze, but also gonna chisel out your features. It's really nice. But again, you know, work on our shade range because this is not for darker skin. But we'll move on from that. So for blush today, we're going super matte. We're going with one of my favorite blushes for mostly everyday wear. This is the Milani Romantic Rose powder blush. This is so nice. This is like the perfect blush. It's a blush and gives you that blush look, but it's not doing too much. And I feel like it's one of those blushes that I could apply a lot and it would still look super natural and really pretty on the skin. So I'm gonna go off camera real quick and apply my lashes. We're gonna use my Ardell Wispies, and then we also are going to do my brows. But quickly before I go off camera to do my brows, I just want to talk about, if you saw my last video where I tested the lowest price items from Ulta, this brow product from Essence like really had me shook. Like, I was super impressed with this. I've been using this every day since that video because I cannot get enough of this. But do you know, I went on Ulta because it was only $2. I went on Ulta to buy more, even though I told you guys in that video that I didn't super love this shade because it was like really brown and warm tone, but I could work with it. Ulta don't sell it no more. Like, what? So I had to check the Essence website to see if they actually have it. But I'm like, Ulta, why would you discontinue it? This keeps happening to me. Every time I find a product that I like, they're like, oh, she likes that? We gonna discontinue it. The same thing happened to my Clinique City Block charcoal face wash. It was the perfect face wash. It was all I was using for forever, and I had only repurchased it twice, and I just ran out like 2 months ago, which is why I got pimples coming up, because I've been in the process of trying new cleansers, and I'm just like, why Clinique? Like, why would you discontinue my product? But that's besides the point. So if you can get your hands on this little essence powder, it is actually really nice for $2. Like, I'm super impressed with this, but I just wanted to mention that it is now discontinued for Ulta. Maybe they'll bring it back. But anyways, I'm gonna go off camera, do my lashes, do my brows, and then we'll be back to finish off with the lips. And alright, so we're back with our brows and lashes done. I forgot to mention to you guys that the brow products I used was, I outlined with my NYX micro brow pencil. Of course, I had to use my essence powder, and then I just set my brows with my clear brow gel from E.l.f. And then I think I mentioned, but I have on my wispy, Ardo Wispy lashes. For the lips, we're gonna go with the Colourpop lip pencil in BFF3. Is it even a look by me if I don't use the BFF3 lip pencil? Like, I need Colourpop to send your girl a lifetime supply because I'm obsessed. This one in Chi and Taurus, I don't really know how to say it. That's also from the Kathleen Light collection. Those are my top 3 favorite lip pencils from Colourpop. So with this look, I feel like I want to go down like a 90s lip kind of vibe. So we have the dark liner, and then in the center of my lips, I'm going to go in with Cashmere from Makeup Revolution. I do really like it matte, but I just want to add the tiniest bit of gloss in for my NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline. I can't find it, so we're just going to go with this So Juicy Clear Gloss from Colourpop. Just right in the center. And done. And then to set my face, we are going to set with the NYX Radient Finish Setting Spray. Alright, so this is going to be our final look for our Drugstore Soft Glam. I'm actually really impressed with this look. Everything turned out really good. Obviously, a lot of these are my staple products that, even though I may not use them often, they're like products that I swear by. They're just really good. The California Love palette is amazing. If you do not own this palette from Colourpop, I highly recommend that you get it because it is so good. I'm just living for this eyeshadow look today. My brows look sensational, and it's all thanks to the Essence Making Brow Powder. It's just so easy to work with. Like, literally, I just outline the bottom, and I'll do like half of the top with whatever brow pencil I'm using, and then I just go in with this powder, quickly fill in, brush everything out with my spoolie, clean up my brows. Sometimes I don't even clean them up. Set them with the clear brow gel from E.l.f. and like, bam. So I'm gonna need Ulta to get this back, or I'm gonna really have to check on Essence and hope that shipping is not an arm and a leg, because this is all I want from them. This brow powder is just, it has changed my life completely. So this is going to be the end of our Drugstore Soft Glam look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss the next time that I have an upload. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.